Hey, what's up, girl? Welcome to episode 153 of the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. I'm Steph Gass. Hi, I'm so excited you're here. And today we are going to be talking about the secret to making more money. Let's get it. Plus, making your vision have meaning. And meaning is in all caps because I'm yelling that at you right now. How do we create more meaning inside of the vision that we want for our lives? In turn, utilizing that vision to propel us forward into action and do all of these secret strategies I'm about to lay out for you to create more money, more revenue, more profitability inside of your biz. This conversation is actually a small excerpt from my current mastermind that I am running, where there are 15 incredible women who are from all over the world, and we are digging through some incredible breakthroughs. But this conversation in particular, I had to pull out for all of you because I know it is so imperative to the success and playing the long game in your business so that you can truly move the needle once and for all. I know you're going to love this episode. And even though my mastermind is completely full, I want to remind you that if you need to do some work, like you're like, sister, I gotta work. I gotta W-E-R-K. Like I've got stuff to do right now and I'm struggling. Like I'm facing those limiting beliefs, or I can't seem to get the brand mapped out, or I have 100 million ideas, but I'm not sure which one to do first. I want to remind you that I do take a limited number of private clients every single month, and you can just grab a 1-hour breakthrough session with me and we can get clarity. We can map out the different levels and tiers of your brand so that you can start moving, right? Or you can even grab one of my larger packages, depending on availability, and we can work together for 6 months if you want, whatever you need. For me to hold you accountable, hold your hand, give you the how-tos, help you navigate all of the mindset stuff that really does keep us stuck. I'm here for it. I'm here for you. I want to help you guys see transformation this year, and I want to work with you. So if that kind of tugs at your heart, or you've been praying over it and you're like, you know what, now is the time, I want you to go to your email. I want you to send an email to my team at info@stephaniegass.com. Ask for the coaching menu, or let's get going, ask for details, ask whatever questions you have, or let's simply get it booked and on the schedule. This is your year, this is your time, and there are zero excuses that are going to keep you from the work you're being called to do. Welcome back to the Mompreneur Mastermind Show, where we choose to run insanely successful passive income businesses that light us up while consuming iced coffee, braless and flawless, and maybe breaking it down to some gangster rap while our kids aren't looking. Did we just become best friends? Yes, we did. Hey, I'm Stephanie Gass, 6-figure corporate exec turned top 1% network marketer turned podcaster. I believe when we let God light our path, we experience true miracles. Welcome, sister. Let's get pumped up for today's show. Okay, guys, so today, session 2, we are going to go into how to do things to get the vision to become reality, okay? So why did we create that vision? And I know a lot of you have worked with me in the past and you're like, Steph, we've already done vision work, or I've already done this. But the thing is, if your vision is cotton candy, it doesn't matter to you enough to make you do the things. You know, you're going to get knocked off of your A game, of your journey, because your vision doesn't have meaning for you. So I wanted you guys to revisit that meaning. I wanted you to read it aloud to invoke emotion in your heart of what your life really could become, and probably will become, because we only looked a year out, right? So that's why I had you guys do this. And here's the thing. If you don't have a vision that matters to you, that's triggering you in a way of like, that has to become truth in my life, then it will not propel you into the discipline of doing all the stuff to get there. You guys, we're not going to show up and do the boring stuff that matters for nothing. We're going to make excuses as to why Netflix sounds better, right? Like we're going to make excuses as to why, well, I didn't have time today. But if something is intrinsically driving you and you feel that there's this mission on your heart and this different picture of what your life could become, you will be propelled into action. I truly, truly believe that. And here's the thing, like I can tell you guys all the stuff. Like if I was to ask you, you know, Sarah and Liz and Destiny, like, why did you guys join this mastermind? You maybe would tell me to learn how to do blank stuff, to learn how to do a sales email funnel, or to learn how to market on Pinterest. But ladies, if I give you all these frameworks, but if you don't have the joy behind the vision as a feeling, you're not going to do it anyway. You feel me on that? Like you guys have to be propelled by yourself. I really want you to think about if your vision is strong enough to push you to move the needle. How many of you feel that your vision is strong enough? Raise your hand. Do you feel that that vision you wrote is pushing you? So, most of you. Some of you were like, maybe not. So I'm going to give you an example of how I got to a deeper meaning for mine in a minute. That will help you guys. Here's 2 truth bombs from the event that I went to. I'm so grateful that that event happened right before this call. First one, 60% of your work time must be a activity. It has to be moving the needle. Okay, ladies? And we're going to talk about what is it, how, all the things. Here's the other truth bomb. 40% of what you guys are currently doing is probably a waste of your time. 40%. You guys, if we take 10 hours a week and we say we have 10 hours to work, okay? 4 hours of that is probably crap that we need to get rid of. Isn't that great news? I love that news. We can open up 4 hours a week, you guys. I mean, amen to that so much. I love it. Okay, so let's move on to what is a activity? What actually moves the needle? This is stuff, ladies, that is building your audience, period. It is building your audience, okay? Because all of you are here because you have a mission to do something that will impact, change, teach, inspire, motivate, right? All of you are trying to do something in your corner of the world that makes it a better place, that helps moms, that helps women, that brings systems, that brings organization, that teaches her how to do blank, that changes her life by doing something. So if we are not serving her, we are not doing our work well, right? So how can we do this? We can podcast, we can create content that serves, we can have a YouTube channel, we can blog, we can send her email love notes. How many of you got my love note yesterday? I got so many people that wrote me back, and I'm so appreciative of that. And I thought, if I hadn't taken 40 minutes of my day to transfer this energy that I am feeling from this event, I'm doing her a disservice. And it was proven that that was the right decision because so many people wrote me back and so many people inboxed me and said, I needed that today. And I could have just not done that and been like, well, I don't feel like it. I just feel like watching TV because I'm exhausted. I feel like unpacking because it stresses me out to have laundry all around me. Yeah, right. You guys know I'm drowning in laundry. But the point is, it's my duty here on earth to change your lives. And so that to me is more important than Netflix and chill 60% of the time, right? Okay. So if it teaches or serves your audience, that's in the 60% category. If it builds your audience, that's in the 60%. It makes your audience better. What did I not say? I did not say make pretty graphics. I did not say over edit your podcast for 6 hours. Let me tell you guys a secret. Sometimes I don't edit my podcast. Oh my God. Sometimes, you guys, I record my podcast with my phone. There are podcast episodes that I have recorded while driving in the car. Probably not the best idea because I'm hit with inspiration and I know that you deserve to hear it. And I don't have time or care to edit it because if it's going to transform your life, does it matter? If I say, like it doesn't matter. And so I want to give you guys the permission slip to not worry about something being perfect. If it fits in that 60%, do it, okay? And you put it out there. It doesn't need to be perfect. I also did not say get on Instagram and make stories. I did not say get on Instagram and scroll. That stuff engages your audience. It doesn't teach or serve or build her, not today anyway, but it engages her. So we care about those things, but we don't care enough to make it the number one priority. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me see. Who's with me? Okay, so let's move on. There are only 2 to 3 things. This is so liberating. Get ready, you guys. There are only 2 or 3 things that you are going to do over and over again that fits this 60%. How great is that? We get to do less, but do it better. We get to do less more consistently. That is how you're going to explode your business. Because when we have vision that matters to us, nothing can get in our way. Because we want that vision so fiercely, we're called to it. It's mission work, or it's life transformation. You know, it's like deep for you to be that, become that woman, become that person, become that mother, impact those lives. You will not let anything get in your way. And then when you're clear on what are the 60% things we need to do, game over, baby. Lola's working. There's no way you guys are going to transform your life. But here's the kicker. Over time. Here's where you guys, I lose you, some of you. You're like, yeah, Steph, I want to do all of that, but I've been doing it for 2 months. It's not working. How many of you have said that stuff to me before? You're like, but it's been 2 months. Guys, I've been an entrepreneur for 7.5 years. Imagine where you'll be if you're willing to do those 2 to 3 things 60% of the time over and over again every single week for years. Do you think there's any chance that your vision doesn't come true, at least part of it? No way, right? Exactly. So we've got to do this. So let me give you an example of making something have meaning. In my vision, which you guys heard, I talk about growing my podcast, right? That's a catalyst to my vision becoming a reality. Let's go deeper here. Have you guys ever heard the but why exercise? How many of you have ever done that? Where they're like, but why? But why? Okay. Some of you have done that. Here's what happened. So it's like, I need to grow my podcast. This is important for me to create my new reality. Why? Because podcast growth equals this mompreneur audience, this Christian mompreneur audience and group of women. Why do I care? Because I want you guys to have your vision become a reality for you. Why? Because when you know that you can do it, you're going to talk about it. You're going to go impact all the women that each of you, 15 women are meant to impact. What does that mean? That means we change. We start changing lives. People start seeing improvement in whatever it is that you teach. That's a small change that we were a part of. But now what? All those women that saw change are different. They're creating big change. Well, now, oh my gosh, we're a part of world change. We're part of a generational ripple, which means my kids' realities are different because all these moms are better. You guys are joyful and fulfilled and fueled, and you are working your magic on this planet, and we're better moms and we're better wives. Holy smokes. We've just created a generation of kingdom soldiers for Jesus and our children. I'm going to cry. This is crazy. That's a revival. That is a revival for Jesus. Yeah, that's a revival for who we are as moms. Is that meaning? So you guys have to do that for you. I want you guys to look at your why. And when you break it down and you say, I want to grow my podcast. You guys don't want to grow your podcast because you care to get 10,000 downloads. Yes, we care, but why do we care? We care because we want to create change. We have work to do, sisters. Yes? We have work to do here. And that's why we care. And when you have meaning like that, and I don't cry, P.S., you're probably one of 20 people in the world that have seen me cry. So there you go. We are now best friends forever because you guys have seen me cry, okay? I don't cry. But if your meaning doesn't make you cry, you're not there yet. You guys willing to do that exercise for yourself? All right, that was fun. So are you thinking big enough was my point with that. So now how? We know the why, we know the meaning. So how, let's use me as an example, because I know you guys are visual like me. How do we do the A activity that's going to scale my podcast and ultimately turn into this incredible mission? There's only 2 to 3 things that I need to do in 60% of my work time. I just simply need to create content. That is number 1. I need to just simply create content. That means my podcast, my blogs, my little paragraph that goes with my podcast, email love notes once a week, hopefully, maybe it's every other week, captions that teach and inspire, which is really my blog. So I use the same content and I put it everywhere. That's service. That's 60% of my time, okay? Now, of that 60% that I've identified, which is basically creating content, producing content, and teaching and inspiring you guys and helping you have change, what of that 60% can be outsourced? Oh my gosh, 50% of that. So if the most important things to my growth are those, and I can outsource 50%, what did I just do? Made my life a heck of a lot easier, right? And you guys, I am an egomaniac. I am a control freak. And if I can outsource, so can you. I want you guys to outsource before you can afford it. I want you to outsource. I want you to think about, what can I get rid of? What can I delegate? What can I automate? And we'll talk about that when we do our 10 minutes together. Okay, I've got 4 minutes, so let me keep going. Then we got to get to you guys. So 40% is supporting the A activity. This would be Instagram stories, corresponding with my virtual assistant, research, my website update, funnels, freebies. None of that matters, you guys, if we are not doing the 60% work, the service work. Service before sales every single time. Now, those of you that are thinking, yeah, but I need money, Steph. Show me the money. Like, my husband's going to kill me. Like, I need to make some money here. Money is the subsequent result. Hear this. Put a star by this one, you guys. Money is the subsequent result of service, content, creating change for your avatar. If you do something for her, right? If Stacy comes and she listens to one of my podcasts and she sees change in her life and business, isn't she more willing to invest in me? Because she trusts me, right? She's willing to take the courses with me. She's willing to come be in my mastermind group. None of you came to work with me before you trusted me. There's not one of you that didn't listen to my show, right? There's not one of you that most of you have worked with me on a private basis or taken a course from me or done something with me before. So if you guys are wanting more money, serve more. If you guys want to make more profit in your business, produce more content that changes her life. You feel me? This is your number 1 priority. So I want to come up with a plan for each of you. And what we're going to do is, in this plan, I'm going to gift you, me and you together are going to come up with, what's your 60%? What are you doing that will move the needle? But if you guys aren't willing to plan it out and do it, it won't matter. So I want you guys to commit with me that you're going to plan in this activity every week. 60%. Get your old school planner or whatever you use. I'm old school. And I block out blocks. Yes, Renika's like, this is my stuff. So I'm blocking out the time, and then I'm saying, what is 60% of this? Like, before we met, what did I do? I did not mess around on Instagram, guys. I created this slide. I went through the slides to make sure that I was on time. 2 minutes left. I then recorded a podcast episode, like content, so that I can serve more. But you have to do that. And then you have to be accountable. If you guys haven't found a buddy from the group, please do so. Please do that. And if not, if you're like, I'm not a buddy person, post in the group every day. Say, Steph, I did my 60%. Here's what I did. Okay? Because I think that will really help you guys show up. So let's go through an example of my activity, and then we're going to break into you. So if I have 250,000 downloads as a goal for this year, and let me tell you something, a goal is simply a guideline. It is not the holy grail. You guys, if I ended up at way short of that, okay. But that's a stretch. That's something I want to do this year. And if I hit it, I'm grateful. If I don't hit it, in God's timing. It's just a guideline for you to show up. Okay, so don't freak out if you guys miss your goal. So to do this, how do I do this? Quality content on my podcast twice a week. Fun, engaging, unique contests and giveaways. I got to be exciting. I've got to be different than what everybody else is doing. I want to comment back and DM every human being that cares enough about me to talk to me. Those of you that emailed me, I already emailed you back, didn't I? So that is in the 40% though. So notice the difference. It's incredibly important, but it's not income. It's not content production. It's not actually touching my women to grow and scale, but it's serving her. So that's part of the important things I've got to do. Bi-weekly or weekly emails, monthly roundup emails, like all of those things are a activity for me, AKA producing content, publishing content, promoting content, which 50% of that is outsourced, you guys. And I didn't do it day one, but the faster you are willing to get help, the faster you will grow. Whatever that means. Maybe you just need more help with the kids so that you have more time. Okay. Maybe you have $100 a month that's extra. Well, get a house cleaner so you can stop messing with that ish. Okay? Like, you guys feel me? My dream does not include me doing all the things. And that's not today's message, but it's such an important message for all of you because most of you are solopreneurs and you're not asking for enough help. Now, last point, this was from Brendan. Okay, this is not mine. But if you have a dream that matters, don't do it alone. Like, how powerful is that, you guys? Like, if you have a dream that matters, don't do it alone. And we went on for an hour and a half, you guys, longer than that simple training, because I went through every 10 minutes with these women. Each one got 10 minutes, and we would go into what their vision is, how to pull out the meaning from within the vision, and come up with the A activity and the focus points that they needed to do to move the needle forward. So it was so amazing, but I hope that from that small training, you were able to really identify some of the meaning inside of your heart and inside of the kingdom work that you have been asked to do here. I pray it for you. I do. And I also hope that you were able to get clarity on why things aren't working, maybe why you're feeling stuck is because it's not deep enough for you. And that getting really super deep and having a lot of clarity about where you're going and why, that is what makes you money. And doing more and more service and solving for your Lola out there in the world, whoever she might be, that will in turn bring you business. I promise. You guys have seen it happen here on my show. I give you guys full training episodes, full coaching. People pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for coaching, and I'm giving it to you all for free. Why? Because you are able to see value, you're able to implement, and once you see change, you come back for more. You trust me, right? You want to then work with me at a deeper level, and that's what I want for you in your business. So take the time, listen to this episode again if needed, but do that work, sisters. And again, if you are needing a breakthrough session, they are extremely limited. Please email us at info@stephaniegass.com. Ask for the coaching menu. Let's get you on the books. Let's get the breakthrough done so you can start doing the thing, so you can start creating and impacting change here, because there is no reason you need to be in your own way. I'm here. I'll move you out of your own way. I promise. All right, sunshine, sending you off with a prayer for courage. I want you to know that you are braver than you think, that you can tap into Holy Spirit at any moment to gift you that ferocity that you need to keep going, to not worry about what everyone else is doing, thinking, feeling, but to focus on God's call for you and to embody the courage that He gifts us every day right there inside of our hearts, and know that you are worthy of your greatest vision coming true, that you are worthy of your life having immense meaning here while you're on earth. And it's up to you, and ultimately up to you and God, to create that plan, but you got to take action on it. So I want you to have the courage to take the first step. As always, love and light, Steph.
If you like Mama Soul, leave a review. Pretty please.
Hey mama, real quick before you go, if you found value in today's podcast and you learned something new, take a screenshot for me, post it up in your Instagram stories, and be sure to tag me, because together we can empower, educate, and shift the way that mamas look at life. Because sister friend, we actually can have it all. Let's claim it.